Hello everyone and welcome to Infused Transitions. I am so glad that you guys are here. So if you are returning, thank you guys so much. I have greatly appreciated all of your love and support, your being here and just being a part of this channel and its growth. If you are new here, thank you so much for checking us out. We hope that you enjoy the video and that it resonates with you. If you want to know more information about how I read or work I do, or you are interested in finding out more about me, that information, including my website, is all in the description box below. All right. We are just going to begin. I will try to make sure that I am putting down the names of the decks that I use here in the description box. In the description box below. Actually, I have dream reading cards, I have the psychic reading cards, and I have the cosmic reading cards. And if I feel there's a need, then I will use the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot and or my Rider-Waite decks. Okay. So we are just going to begin. Again, thank you so much for joining us here at Infused Transitions, and let's get going. So, Most High, what do you have that you would like for us to bring forward for the messages for today? And again, all videos are timeless, so whenever you find this video, that's the right time for you. Thank you. We have relationships and chaste. Let's get at least one more. Let's get at least one more. Oh, that's too many. That's way too many. Okay, I'm going to take this because this one was one of them that flipped upside down or flipped this way. And I went to put it back and it got stuck again, and I saw it again. And then it was sticking out. So, yeah, okay. Totally. Okay, so this is what we got going on, guys. This is what our message is. As you can see, which I'll hold the cards up closer so you can get a better look. We have relationships, chaste, and games. And then over here on the bottom of the deck, we have renewal, rebirth. Yep. Okay. So the first one out, relationships. New partnerships are coming your way. Reassess present relationships and leave behind those who do not support you. Be clear what you are committing to. Now, as you can see, neither one of these people look very happy. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying what I'm getting here, okay? I relay and channel through what comes through. So just from looking at what we have here with relationships, chaste, games, and renewal, rebirth, I mean, there's no way to sugarcoat it, guys. It's looking like there's some sort of a relationship or relationships, because this is plural. It is plural in both relationships and partnerships. So this could mean not only love interests, but, you know, family, friends, acquaintances, coworkers, whatever that looks like, the person at the store that you go to all the time. There's relationships that need reassessment, okay? We have chase with the wolf, and it says, what are you running away from? What is making you feel overwhelmed? What are you afraid of or are unwilling to face? So this may be a challenging reading. Games. Do you feel that you need more fun and play in your life? Is someone playing games in your working or personal life? Let me repeat that. Is someone playing games in your working or personal life? Do you need a game plan to improve your status or direction? Well, I feel, you know, that the cards don't lie, and they're very clear to me. I feel like that this is someone is playing games in your working and or professional life, okay? And maybe you need a game plan to create change, whatever that looks like for you, right? If this means you need to exit a relationship and maybe it's a challenging situation, I am no professional. I'm not giving you advice. If you need a professional, then you need to go seek one out. You are responsible for you. But from what I'm getting here, I should say, and with all of that, I am getting here that there may be relationships that need to be let go of. If you are in a situation where that is maybe safety is a concern, then then I would say reaching out to professionals that can help you in achieving that. Again, that's on you. I can, I'm not giving you advice. I'm not a professional in that way. So, oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. All right. So again, we did the games. Now, I'm not going to keep all of these, but I do have to share this because, again, you can't make this stuff up. Renewal, rebirth. Examine what you resist discarding. And didn't it already say in here, this one says, what are you afraid of or unwilling to face? What are you running away from? Right? We hang on to things sometimes even when we know they're not good for us, even when we know it's not in our best alignment to hang on to them, but we do that a lot of times simply because we're more uncomfortable with dealing with the unknown. We're more uncomfortable with facing and dealing with the disappointments, the hurt, the mourning, the grief, the bereavement, etc., of what we thought we had, what we thought we were going to create together, what we thought was going to be, or what we thought that other person, place, what experience or whatever held the potential to be. Because, there's nothing wrong with acknowledging someone's potential, but banking on it and hoping that they're going to change and become that's not good for either one of you. All right. Then we have, again, so, examine what you're resisting discarding. I think that's really huge here. Reassess what needs to be renewed and give a fresh start. Clean up all the things around you that are cluttering your life. And again, reassess present relationships and leave behind those who do not support you. You can't make this stuff up. It's very clear here. Then we have love. Again, your relationship with yourself and other needs reassessing. Open up to love others by unblocking negativity. Embrace love without fear and make it unconditional. Now, I do say this with this understanding that to me, and from what I'm receiving, oh my gosh, you guys, the top of my head is like so tingling right now. I don't feel like this is saying embrace love without fear. So stay in a crappy relationship or stay in a negative relationship or in a negative environment, or, and relationships, again, they can be love relationships, but they can be from the most superficial, somebody you pass on the street every day, but just makes you feel bad from a vibe, to your most intimate, deeply personal relationships, and anywhere and everywhere in between. It can be more than one relationship. It can be one relationship, right? It can be all. It just depends. Everybody is different. But I do not feel that this embrace love without fear and make it unconditional means that you have to stay with somebody, right? We can love somebody and acknowledge, you know what? I do love you, but I know you're not good for me. And therefore we cannot be together. Why? Because I love myself more. And that is not selfish. Again, stop and think about the fact that if we are carrying a lower vibration, then that is what we're giving out as well, right? Loving ourselves, self-love, self-support, self-nurturing, self-acceptance, self-growth, self-healing, all of this kind of stuff not only is critically important for us, but it also is a direct result of what we're putting out there, right? And again, I can't say enough about it, guys. I mean, it's a whole thing I could talk about for a very long time. The bottom line is, take what resonates, leave the rest. All I'm saying is that if we are not in a healthy, balanced, aligned, harmonious state of self-love, then most likely that is having a direct effect on all of our other relationships. And most definitely, again, we can love without fear if we are, when we are standing with healthy boundaries and we don't violate our own boundaries and we don't allow others to violate our boundaries, right? We can unconditionally love ourselves and unconditionally love other people, but that does not mean that they are meant to be a part of our journey or meant to be a part of our life. It's just not. Okay, I got to move on because I could just keep going. Action. Take some form of action without regrets. Examine what is holding you back and take action and cut it loose. You will get the most immediate results through acting decisively. No maybes. Right? So again, if you are in some sort of a situation that is going to require that you get help, assistance, or support, go find that help, assistance, or support. If you need professional this, that, or the other because of your situation, go find that. Do what you need to do, what you can do to help yourself. Okay? Next one, body. What parts of you do you need to look at more closely? What's functioning and not functioning in these areas of your life? And how do you feel about your body? And I feel like this is so relevant because a lot of times we can be so beaten down from various experiences that it is very hard for us to love ourselves. Again, making it hard for us to love others in a healthy way. We also can end up having a lot of physical ailments due to the stress, the pressures, the whatever that's happening in these relationships. Okay. And it is about taking a look at what is serving and what's not serving, what is functioning, what's not functioning, how much of a toll on, how much of a toll is this relationship taking? Because it's not like it's just affecting you in only one life area, right? Everything that we do by ourselves or with others affects all of our life areas. So this is a very, very, very clear message. So, and I don't know if this is for one person or a specific small group of people, or if this is everybody just in varying degrees, right? Because maybe you just have your cleanup is, I've just been hanging on to this one relationship, an intimate one, a friend, a coworker, someone you feel obligated to, whatever that may be. Maybe you just need to clean up that one. Maybe it's more. I don't know, but take it how it resonates and leave the rest. Next, we have journey. Do things in a different way. Take a new route. Believe your life is only part of one long journey. Be prepared for adventure. And the last one is empowerment. I mean, again, believe in your own power to create, change, and control your life. Be empowered by becoming an example to others. Use your past experiences to make yourself stronger. And look at this. We're bookending this with renewal and rebirth with empowerment. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up, guys. You cannot make this stuff up. I feel that this message has come through very clearly, very understandable. Right? I just, you know, I wasn't going to keep these, but I feel like this is extremely important, and that it's really important for somebody to hear all of this. I am seeing on the bottom of the deck here, possessions. Maybe you need to do you need to redefine what you value? What is the cost of your loss? What are some changes that are causing you to feel undervalued? You know, or what relationships are you in that are making you feel undervalued? What relationships are you in where it's a one-way street? You know, you're the one doing the giving. What kind of relationships are you in where you're just not happy, right? I mean, and a lot of times it doesn't have to be that it's horrible or it's all these experiences. Maybe it is, but also maybe it can be just relationships that you're just not fulfilled in. They're just not fulfilling relationships anymore, or they're just not serving anymore, or maybe you've just grown apart. And it just takes somebody being willing to stand up and say, you know what? I love you, but this just isn't working anymore. I love you, or maybe I love you and this just isn't working anymore, right? I love you and I feel it's best for us if we go our separate ways, you know, whatever that is. You know, maybe there will be forgiveness work that will need to be done afterwards, but I do feel that this message has been very, very, very clear. Yeah. So what I'm getting from this, we have be still and surrender, which this came out in the reading I just did a little bit ago. I feel like this isn't saying be still as in, well, stay where you're unhappy. I think this is just saying take a moment, look within, do your inventory. Where are you in this journey? Where are you in this reading? What applies to you? What doesn't? And leave what doesn't. But if this feels like this reading is for you, be still, look within for a moment and just ask yourself, am I really happy? Is this really what I want? And am I truly in love? Or am I in love with the potential? Am I in love where I think it's going? Am I in love with the hopes and dreams? Am I looking at that stuff and refusing to see the actual reality? Or, you know, yeah, things were really great, but we've just grown apart and it's just not healthy anymore. Whatever that is, be still for a moment. Look within. Surrender to yourself. Surrender to yourself, because your true self knows. You already know the answer. And, you know, I mean, a lot of us don't want to admit it, but, you know, maybe, again, it's, well, I like the lifestyle I have right now. Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I can just put up with, you know, and no judgment. I mean, you know, if that's you, then then that's you. But again, it's about making a choice or decision, knowing the facts. You know what I'm saying? Knowing the facts, having enough love for yourself to surrender to you, to do what is good for you. I hope that makes sense. Hold on a minute. I dropped a card. And it's down where I gotta come over here. Yep. Again, can't make this stuff up, people. The card that fell down there was hearts. And we see a broken heart here up at the top. And there's only one person sitting on it. And then we have her out in the field. And she's looking at the other hearts that are of light, that are whole, that are out there waiting for her to experience. It's about taking, being brave and taking those courageous steps to do what's good for you, because even though if that other person doesn't believe it or not, or whether they believe it or not, if you're doing that for you, it's actually helping them also, because, I mean, if you think about that, if one of you wasn't happy, I mean, and it's any kind of relationship, how many times have you been around someone and their crappy mood ends up putting you in a crappy mood? And even when you try really hard to not let it get to you, there's times when it does, right? So I do feel like it's, you know, there's this, how do I put it? You know, I mean, you can choose for both of you to continue to walk around in a broken heart and stay in the relationship, or you can let it go, do your healing work. And I would strongly suggest doing your healing work before you jump into another relationship, so that you're not bringing old baggage into a new relationship to just repeat the process. You know, but you do you. I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah, I think this is a very, very, very clear reading, a very clear message. I want to ask. All right, so we're asking, as far as like the overall for this message, for this reading. I find, okay, so before I do that, I have to share this. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Thank you. So here we have, it says, weather natural events. What's urgent in your life? What's making you feel overwhelmed and is out of your control? Are you worried about how you will survive a major change? Again, you know, possessions. And possessions doesn't mean you're a greedy, you know, awful person. So put that out of your mind. You know, it is a very genuine concern. I mean, obviously we live in this reality, and in this reality, you know, we have this reality at this moment in time is based on, you know, money. We need money to function in this world and in this reality. You know, take it if that resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But, you know, so possessions, to me, this card doesn't necessarily have to mean about, well, I just want the big house and the fancy cars and all the jewelry and blah, 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 blah. If that's what your life is like, you know, maybe that it would be even more scary thinking about giving all of that up. Maybe it's the same, I don't know, as somebody who has barely enough of anything. But the bottom line is you know, what are you worrying about how you would survive such a major change? And it's about learning to weather the natural events. Learning to, you know, not only survive, but thrive. And I think a lot of that comes down to, you know, who's on your team, not just your spiritual team, but, you know, again, if you need professionals and you, you need resources, then go find some. But, you know, there's that potential for you to change. We have communication. And we see the wolf, and we see her third eye and her crown lit up. But I also feel this is about you communicating. That's twice we have the wolf. So you may want to look up wolf energy, horse energy, butterflies, which are about more than just transformation, but that's what most people associate with the butterfly. And we also have the phoenix. I do feel this is about, you know, holding potential for downloads and stuff, and growth in your third eye and your crown chakras. But I also feel like this is about communicating how you feel, communicating what you want. if that is a safe option for you to do with the other person. I mean, and if it's, bottom line is communication. Go find help if you need help, whatever that may look like. This does open you up if you decide to start trying to shift things to come back into alignment with yourself and your higher self, and therefore getting your life on track. You do hold the potential for an epiphany, an aha moment. And I would say probably several aha moments. Yeah, probably several aha moments. And then we have transformation. And I mean, this person is like inside almost what looks like a leaf. And again, we have the heart and the third eye are lit up. And, you say, well, my heart, oh my goodness, my heart would be so broken. Well, that's natural. That's normal. But, we do the work to heal our broken heart so that we can then go into our next relationship. If you're going to go into another relationship, we can do that from a space that is healthy, that is healed, right? Versus just jumping from one relationship to another, and then we're carrying all that baggage, and then we run around just piling more heartbreak on top of heartbreak, and then wondering why does this keep happening? And I mean, but come on, guys. I mean, transformation. And I know, trust me, I know that can seem very hollow when we have to go through a tough part. But we also have rebirth, renewal, the phoenix. You have being empowered and standing in your power, becoming the new you, and it transforms you into this beautiful new energy. So I hope, guys, that this reading, I know it may have been a tough reading to deal with, a tough reading to face. But I do feel, I mean, they're showing you that the outcome, yeah. I don't know where that other card went. Is that it? But I pulled out the world. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Again, wasn't going to take them because there were so many, but so I feel like if you choose to do this, if you choose to do the work, create the changes, do your healing so that you can come back renewed, rebirthed, empowered, and standing in your power, being transformed, right? There is potential for something better. Now, whether this is a relationship, a job, a collaboration, there is something new that could come forward for you. A lot of people associate this with someone from your past. It can be that, but it can also be past life. So this is not saying, please hear me, this is not saying, well, if you do all this and you do all that, then this person's going to come back and you're going to be with that person. That is not what I'm saying. Again, we can latch onto something because we want to make it true. But I feel like that could be a collaboration of some sort. It could be a relationship. And I do feel like it does hold the potential to be a relationship from a past life. We do see, though, again, there's this opportunity, but his focus is completely turned looking downward at these 3 cups. You can see he's not looking at the one that's coming towards him, a gift from God, source, spirit, universe, Most High, whatever that is for you, right? There's a gift being brought to you, but you're not seeing it because you're too worried about all of this over here. It is a very genuine, heartfelt offering. And when you put 4 with 1, that's 5. 5s are about change, and change can be very uncomfortable. But and again, the fish often represents abundance, right? But I do, I feel like the messages here are very clear. And then we have the World card, which is a victorious ending. and a brand new beginning. And it's a new beginning where, you know, if you have a victorious ending, think about that. You're not carrying all of this, you know, heavy stuff with you because you've done your work. So your victorious ending is bringing you a beautiful, higher vibing energy to take into your new beginning, which we see you definitely have a new beginning, the potential for that being handed to you, being brought to you, right? And you have the birth renewal, the phoenix rising from the ashes. You have being empowered, standing in your power, knowing who you are, and being transformed. Okay, guys. I hope that this reading, you know, was helpful. It may have been hard to hear. If this isn't you, then it doesn't resonate with you, and that is completely okay. If you feel like this was you, then, you know, I hope you found it helpful to see that there is potential here to come out in a much healthier, more harmonious, aligned, and balanced way of being, versus staying in something that has a much lower vibing energy, and where people are, you know, playing games. And, you know, do you really want to have to spend all that energy trying to chase somebody down to make them love you, to make them be a part of the relationship, you know, etc. So anyway, I hope that was helpful to you guys. You can let me know by hitting a thumbs up if you liked the reading, if you found it helpful in any way. Until next time, guys, I'll talk